In spite of everything that happens in the world, it's still worth living for. The problems that we face are inevitable symptoms of mankind's division. It's a bright, bright, beautiful world. It's such a bright, bright, beautiful world. It's a beautiful world. Beautiful world. Beautiful world. So maybe let's focus all our hospitality on what we choose to be, instead of buying into society's labels. We're here to turn the tables. Such a bright, bright, beautiful world. It's such a bright, bright, beautiful world. It's a beautiful world. A beautiful world. Beautiful world. I keep seeing you as the apple of my eye. I spread it far and wide. I'm gonna meet you in the sky. We'll be sky riders. We'll get high and higher in this bright, beautiful world. It's bright, such a bright, beautiful world. It's a bright, bright, beautiful world. Such a beautiful world. Oh yeah. It's a bright, bright, beautiful world. Such a bright, bright, beautiful world. We're living in a bright, bright, beautiful world. Beautiful world. Beautiful world. Beautiful world. Beautiful world. It's a beautiful world.
Greenville, where we practice a positive path for spiritual living. Thank you, Rachel, for that opening and technology. How's that? Is that better? Play a little more. Testing. I have a love affair with technology. Yes. Yes. It humbles me. It reminds me that everything in the universe is A-OK, and life is going on. Yes. So welcome again to Unity on Greenville, where we practice a positive path for spiritual living. Whether you're joining us here in the sanctuary or at home on Facebook, YouTube, or our website, welcome. Welcome to a place where we celebrate the gift and the power of love, that divine love that is unchangeable, that divine love that is all-powerful, a place where we greet one another with the Namaste, Namaskar spirit. My soul honors your soul. I honor that place in you where the entire universe resides. I honor the light, the love, the beauty, the truth of you. I honor all of that in you, and as I see that in you, I recognize that is also in me, because we are one. We are united. We are inseparable. Yes, we flow together all from the same source. So namaste. My soul honors your soul. There's a few things that I need to share with you. Many of you know our beloved Ben and Marilyn Garcia. And by way of knowing and loving Ben and Marilyn, you have met their daughters and sons and some of their grandchildren. And Monday morning, Santa Garcia Heinemann, who was often here at Unity with her children, made her transition to the next journey of her soul. So we honor her life. We honor the love that she showed up as. And I want you to know the words that are on the screen behind her. It says, I surrender to the power and presence of love within me, and all is well. So we hold that to be true for Santa today, that she is the presence of love. And for her journey, all is truly well. And we remember her beloved husband, her siblings, her family, her friends, her children. And we lift them in that love so that their journey will be protected, graceful, and loving also. And the words of Rumi are on the screen, that there is a place where words are born of silence, a place where the whispers of the heart arise, a place where voices sing your beauty, a place where every breath carves your image on our soul. Hold that. We also acknowledge the loving memory. The beautiful plants that are on the altar today are a gift from Darcy Segay and Sandra de la Cruz in loving memory of Sandra's mother, Nora B. de la Cruz, a life well lived. I want to share with you that each Tuesday in our gathering place, the bookstore, Bristol Heart conducts an hour-long session. The first part of the session is Qigong, a movement, and the second half is silent meditation. So join us every Tuesday at 6:30 to 7:30. Gift yourself the peace and tranquility of meditation. Wednesday evening on Zoom. The Zoom link is on the website and our e-news message. Join us for a hearty discussion of this book, Row, Row, Row Your Boat, a guide to living life in divine flow. It's a rich and rewarding conversation. And we start at 6:30 and go till about 8 o'clock. Join me Wednesdays on Facebook Live. Every Wednesday at 12:30. This series that I'm sharing now is called Fragments of Your Sacred Name. Joyce Rupp has written an absolutely exquisite book, a daily meditation, 365 names for the divine, names for God. And each Wednesday we share one of those names, a few words about it, and hold that in our heart as our meditation for the week. So join me on Facebook Live, 12:30 each Wednesday. Also visit the website to connect with us. It's great that you're joining us virtually. It's great that you're here in the sanctuary on Sundays. And there's so much more to unity than Sunday morning. So let's connect during the week, get to know one another, and a little more about unity and you. You can do that on our website, dallasunity.org, under the Sunday tab, on the resources tab. There's a connection card. Fill it out, and we'll be in touch. And while you're at that website, consider how you might share of your financial abundance with Unity on Greenville. As always, your gifts are gratefully received and wisely used, and we appreciate your support. So let's share our offering blessing for those tithes and offerings that have already been received and those that are on their way. So together we say, divine love as me blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. It is with gratitude that we commit to using these gifts for good. Amen, and so it is. Our website is a popular place. While you're there, prayer is foundational to unity. It's what we do, it's who we are. So share your prayer requests with us so that we can hold you. Our spiritual care team is waiting for your prayer requests to hold that consciousness of faith and strength and love around your prayer requests. Also share your gratitudes, and we will rejoice and celebrate with you in your gratitudes. And let's begin with a moment of prayer.
Good morning. My name is Donna Kirby, and I'm your chaplain this morning. I will be in the rear end of the sanctuary if you would like private prayer after the service. Let us pray. Let us begin with a deep breath and focus ourselves as we go within. Go within and honoring that special place. That special place where Spirit is. And we refresh ourselves so that when we step outside of ourselves, we find that we can be the light for those who are grieving, for those who may be suffering from a dis-ease. And we also pray for joy, for those who are joyous. Prayer is so powerful, and we are grateful, sweet Spirit, for your guidance and love in this sanctuary and virtually and everywhere. And so it is. Amen.
Now allow the sound of the singing bowl to carry you into a time of meditation and contemplation. Relax and center body, mind, and spirit. And as we breathe, we know that we are breathing the breath of life. As we breathe, we know that we are breathing in the divine. That we hear the words of 1 John that tells us God is love. God is love. 3 simple words with powerful message. God is love. The divine energy that moves in the universe is love. The source of all that exists is love. The smallest particles of existence, seen and unseen, to the greatest masterpieces, are formed of love. You are love. God is love, therefore you are love. Become an open vessel of that love. The divine source that is love. Receive the love that is divine. Open your mind to receive divine love. Open your body to be filled with the presence and power of the universe that is love. Open your heart to receive the fullness of love. Unconditional love. Love that loves for the pure joy of loving. Allow yourself to be filled with so much love that you can love yourself fully, completely, unconditionally, in every moment. Allow yourself to love yourself so much that you can love others without hesitation, without restraint. Love for the pure joy of loving. With a heart filled to overflowing, with a mind open and receptive, with a body filled with in every cell, every fiber of your being, with the presence of love, we return to the sacredness of here and now, to this present moment, this holy instant. And so it is. Namaste.
These are the days, these are the moments writing one chapter at a time in the book I call life. Where do I go? Show me the way. What lesson will I learn today while I silently pray, renewing my mind? Easy does it, but easy doesn't come so easy. Not unless you give in, not unless you let go, not unless you make the choice to be like a rolling stone. Turning the page, follow the guide, while the gospel truth washes over us. 'Cause we're right on the cusp, right on the cusp. It's happening now. We're a work of art, revealing God's pattern in our lives. Letting love start to shine. Let it shine, let it shine. Easy does it, but easy doesn't come so easy. Unless you're giving, gotta learn to let go. And I make the choice to be like a rolling stone. And shine, and shine. Say, easy does it, it doesn't come so easy unless I give in, unless I let go. And I make the choice to be like a rolling stone. These are the moments, writing one chapter at a time in the book I call life.
So here we are, another week of Row, Row, Row Your Boat, a guide to living life in divine flow. This is my favorite chapter so far. So let's get to it. And the question that Steve Taylor, the author of the book, poses is, why would you travel north? Why would you paddle north to go to a destination that is south? Oh boy, that's a perfect question for me, because I have that same question. Why would you do that? So in this book, he points out that we can get to a place that lies south by traveling north. We can do that. And we could likely circle the entire planet and get to that destination that is south. That would be an epic journey. The question is, why would we do that? Why would we complicate our journey going around the world or traveling north? But the reality is, we do that often. I have. We travel over hills and plains, across rivers and streams and oceans to get to a destination that might be across town or across the street, metaphysically speaking. Perhaps we haven't paused enough to listen and to hear that inner guidance. So have you noticed in this book, if you're reading along each week, you may have noticed how often we have been asked to stop, to pause, because it's the perfect solution for some of our suffering and pain and challenges, to just stop. It's the perfect solution for technology when it doesn't work sometime, just to stop and shut it down and start over again. Not always, but often, stopping helps. Perhaps we overlook the inner wisdom. And you may have noticed in this book how many times we are reminded to listen. Listen carefully, because that voice may be still and small. Don't make it shout. Listen to that still, small voice. Hear it. Get clarity on it. And surprise, follow it. We might hear it. We might even understand it. Yet we fail to follow it. Perhaps we have willfully resisted our inner guidance. Doubt, fear, or worry. These are the moments perhaps we have said, "It's okay, God. I got it from here. Thanks for the help. Now enjoy your Sabbath." Yeah, I got it from here. It's the moments when we invoke our free will, and that has moved to willfulness. Our own willfulness. We set what must be in life. This must be the destination, and this must be the journey to that destination. So whatever the reason is that we go that long way around, it can be difficult to row upstream to get downstream without the support of the flow. We work really, really hard, and it's a huge effort to get from here to there. So take a look at how hard you are efforting. Take a look and how much energy and emphasis are you putting into all of this? Is it hard work? You'll quickly know whether you're living your divine guidance and whether you're living in the flow, because the flow is effortless, easy. Take a look at the obstacles along the way, and you will know if you're living in the flow or not. Take a look at the stress you feel in your body, in your mind, and your spirit, and you will know if you are living in the flow or not. No matter what direction you go, no matter what route you take, you can trust that the divine flow is right there. There is never, ever an absence of that energetic flow of the universe that is always supporting us, always honoring our highest good. There is never an absence of that divine flow, even and especially when we exercise our own free will and go along with what our human mind entices us to. We have merely not connected, we have not paid attention, and we have gone happily along our own way. Yet no matter what apparent messiness, no matter what predicament, no matter what chaos we have rowed ourselves into, and I don't know about you, I can only speak for myself, but from time to time I have rowed myself into really interesting streams. You? Yes? There's at least one head nodding here. Yes, thank you for your honesty. Yes, and still we can return to that inner guidance at any moment, with any moment we choose, and with every breath we can realign ourselves with that divine that is in us, that is always there, an open book waiting for us. We can always reconnect to our source. We can stop, we can listen, we can hear that guidance that is present to guide us back into safety, security, peace, and joy. Because when we are living in our truth, that divine flow, we can't help but be peaceful. We can't help but feel contented. We can't help but express joy, living in the flow, because life is intended to be peaceful, even in those moments that feel uncomfortable. There is a sense of underlying peace. That's the peace that passes understanding. In our humanness, we might feel askew. We might feel out of sorts when loved ones leave this human realm, when jobs disappear or illness descends. We might in our humanness feel all of those things. And yet underneath it all is that peace that passes understanding of all of that. It's the bedrock of our existence. It's the divine in us. There is no being out there saying, "Oh, you have rowed yourself into chaos. Let's see what you can do with that mess you've made." No. There's no being out there saying, what will you learn from your willfulness and this experience that you have made? There is no being out there saying, "You didn't do it my way, so suffer, baby." There's no being saying, "Oh, you had to do it your own way with your own willfulness. Live with it." There is no being out there placing obstacles in your way to teach you. There is no being out there placing challenges in your way to test you. Our unity principle tells us that we create our experience by the activity of our thinking. The thoughts that we hold in mind tend to bring more of the same kind. Thoughts that we hold in mind with enthusiasm and consistency tend to come into manifestation. It is with the energy of our thinking that we co-create our lives. But let's be clear. This principle is not about blame or guilt or shame or punishment. This principle is about that energy by way of our thinking, how it moves in the universe, how it gathers and creates environments for us to live in. And by the activity of our thinking, we contribute to that greater collection of the consciousness. And from there, we co-create with all other beings. We contribute to the environment that creates joy and abundance, or illness and chaos, or life and peace and love. I believe that the energy of the universe is always goodness. I believe that the energy of the universe is always love. But sometimes we turn our back, we shut our eyes and no longer see, and we close our heart and no longer feel the goodness and the love of that energy and essence. And when we've had enough of ourselves and our willfulness, and our way isn't going quite so well, we remember, yes, there's God. There's the divine. Let me get back to that. And perhaps in those moments we begin to beg and plead and supplicate. And it's usually a moment that a catastrophe happens or a hardship happens. And we needn't not beg. We needn't not supplicate, because it's always there. It's always present. It's always open and receptive to us. So when we are open and receptive in that circulation of that flow and love and all that is, it's joyful. The energy of the universe is always responding to the energetic vibration of our thoughts. We have the ability, and dare I say, the responsibility to choose the thoughts that hold the vibration of what it is we intend to contribute to our world. Don't contribute by accident. Don't contribute by default, because our minds will carry us into places of negativity and gloom and despair. Yet when we are mindful, we consciously choose the peace, joy, love, and harmony. And thereby we contribute that to all the world and those in our circle. So we remember the words of Philippians 4:8. Finally, brothers and sisters, whatever is true, whatever is noble, whatever is right, whatever is pure, whatever is lovely, whatever is admirable, if there is anything excellent or praiseworthy, think on those things. Think on those things. That's Philippians 4:8. Our words. We teach in unity that our words have the ability to form and create and make our lives manifest. Just in the story of Genesis, God said, and all that is in existence was created. In the New Testament, the Word became flesh. The Word became manifest. And then there's this litmus test that I just love to know if our words are creative and inspiring. So this is it. Think. Are the words thoughtful? Are they inspiring? Are they helpful? Let me start that over again. The technology of my brain. I'm misspelling think. Think. Are the words thoughtful? Are the words helpful? Are the words inspiring? Are the words necessary? And are the words kind? The acronym for think, and then we speak and we contribute. We also contribute by our actions. 1 John 3:18 says, little children, let us not love in word or talk, but with our deeds and truth. Let us love with our deeds and truth, and this is our unity fifth principle. It's not enough to know these principles and spiritual law. It's wonderful if you do. It looks good on a resume. But it is important to live those principles in everyday life, in your walking and talking through your everyday life. That's how we engage the unity principles. There's a film that was out in 2004, if you were around then, And it is called, What the Belief Do We Know Anyway? And the film presents a connection between quantum physics and consciousness, and those smallest particles of existence and how it all relates energetically. And there's a scene in that film that has stayed with me all of these years. Actress Marlee Martin was on a basketball court, and she bounced the basketball. And as the basketball hit the ground, the screen shattered into thousands of pieces. And to me, that shows that at every given moment, there is unlimited possibility available to us. At any given moment, it's all available. And we choose, moment by moment, thought by thought, what our experience will be. And we've already said that there isn't a wrong way to arrive at a destination. There are many ways. Some are more exciting, some are more challenging, some are invigorating, and some are just more inspiring than others. Some take longer than others. And we label what they are. We call them what they are, depending on how our senses experience them. We label them based on our physical senses, whether they are pleasurable or painful, whether they are sad or joyful. We call them what they are. And if we're afraid that we turned a wrong way and missed our call in life, we can let that go. Because I believe that if it is your call, it will keep calling. It will keep calling. You will have that gnawing inside you. You will have that inner knowing. You will have that pull and that nudge in one direction or another. It'll keep calling. So don't worry about it. Life will continue to always, the power of life will always call us forward and onward to our highest good. Always. And so go ahead and row upstream if you must. Enjoy the scenery along the way. Garner all the wisdom that you can from that journey. Go ahead and paddle against the flow if you must. You will likely still arrive at your destination. You may be a little worn and battered, but you will get there. Or you can pause. You can listen. You can hear. And you can follow that divine wisdom, your inner voice, that you can then live life fully and completely in the divine flow. So once again, you know how it goes. Left hand over your right arm, right hand over your left arm, and give yourself a magnificent squeeze. And know that you have been loved and hugged by me, Rachel.
Start with a picture of what you'd like to be. Fill in your picture with what you'd like to see. You are the star. See yourself as you are, as great as you dare. Practice your picture until you can see it, yeah. Feel with the feeling until you can't be it, till you can't be it. Take an idea, then experiment. expansion, dear, affirm and supplement. Imagine the best, so you live vividly, as great as your day, and practice your picture until you can see it. Don't you see it? Feel with the feeling, feel it now, until you can't be it. Yeah, practice your picture until you can see it. Feel with the feeling until you can be it, till you can be it.
At Unity on Greenville, we have core values, the things that we hold most dear in our heart. So shout them out and speak them with me. Speak them into life. Unconditional love, conscious spiritual transformation, spirit of service, acceptance and inclusion, expression of divine light. We also have an affirmation that we hold true for our youth and family, and we as Unity on Greenville claim the truth for our youth. Share this affirmation aloud. We teach principles to empower each child and teen to fulfill their divine potential through fellowship, love, prayer, and meditation. They connect with God, each other, and our world. So it is. And today, the word of the day is faith. With the assurance of faith, I move ahead with confidence. Faith is my guiding light. It keeps me hopeful when I'm tempted to doubt, and cheerful when I might otherwise feel gloomy. Faith tells me that even when the sky appears cloudy, the sun is still shining brightly above gives me a secure footing in the present as I plan for the future. Faith is the assurance that I am never alone, that everything I dream and do is divinely inspired. Every step I take in the direction of my aspirations is fueled by faith that they can only come to pass. All of the wisdom, power, love, and strength of God are mine to express as only I can, leaving timidity and hesitation behind. I use these divine attributes boldly and with confidence. Faith shows me the way forward. Hebrews 11, verse 1 says, "Now faith is the assurance of things hoped for, the conviction of things not seen. With the assurance of faith, I move ahead with confidence." Rachel, lead us in the peace song.
Yes, there is peace on earth. I know it begins in me. Yes, there is peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be. But God, as our Creator, united all are we. Now we walk with each other in perfect harmony. Yes, there is peace on earth, for this is the moment now. With every step I take, I make this my joyous vow. I take each moment, I live each moment is on earth, and I know it begins in me.
And this week, as you go into the world, always move forward in the direction of your dreams and your highest good. Let's share with the world our prayer for protection. The light of God surrounds us. The love of God enfolds us. The power of God protects us. And the presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is. Amen. Let it be so.
Practice your picture until you can see it. Fill with the feeling until you can be it. Oh, practice your picture until you can see it. Fill with the feeling till you can be it, till you can be it. Star, see yourself as you are, as great as you dare. Practice your picture until you can see it. Feel with the feeling till you can be it. Practice your picture until you can see it. Feel with the feeling till you can be it, till you can be it.